Hey, welcome back YouTubers to another hashtag TTH unboxing and review. Yes, I finally got my hands on this kit after quite a while. Well, as you can see, it's the Flames of War 2nd Armored Division Army Deal or box set that is made by BattleFront and by Flames of War. So, let's dive into it, shall we? So what's to talk about the set? Well, as you can see by the lovely box art there, a lot of vehicles, a lot of infantry supports, and some light recon and 2 objective markers, plus some dice and tokens. Now, I apologize guys, my desk is a bit chaotic at the moment. I'm in between shifting things around my flat, so I'll have a bit more of a hobby desk at some point. We'll have a bit more space and not share it with my PC setup, so excuse the mess that you can see. Not the neatest of unveilings. I have already unboxed the box set, just to that I'm not going to be shuffling around and trying to get it all done while I have the camera rolling. Before I carry on, guys, so those of you know, or those of you that are in South Africa, it is pretty difficult to get these types of kits here with ordering. It's not impossible, but you're paying the price of the euro or dollar. So I don't wish to mind, but it is something I'd like to make people aware of overseas. It is tricky if you're into this hobby and you have to be down here. If you're fortunate enough to travel, you can get it while you're on your travels, and if you can, order it. But for those of you in South Africa that want to get into this hobby, or specifically historical wargaming, and particularly these particular types of miniatures and models, particularly Flames of War, please give these people a checkout. It is a family business up in Joburg. I've ordered from them a few times, and the service is absolutely phenomenal. They keep in check with you in terms of communication, and they get the orders processed as fast as possible. I received this from purchase date and time to basically delivery in the space of about 3 to 4 days, allowing the courier service. But so far, I'm very happy with their service. I mean, for a small business, I haven't visited the physical business yet, but being down here in Cape Town and them in Joburg, they do get it done. So thank you guys, big thank you. Please check them out. Details are on the card. I'll throw their details down below in the link and description. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. Anyway, let's dive into the box, shall we? So as you can see now, in terms of Flames of War, you get, I think, two full platoons plus an HQ, 2 objective markers, an armored recon, 4 artillery pieces, Stuart's tank platoon, and then your choice. You get quite a number of Sherman, M4 Sherman sprues, which are up to you. You can either do the 76s or standard M4s. And not to mention our 2 tank destroyer friends over there, M10s, but on the sprue they do give you the option to do the Jackson Tank Hunter versus the M10. So depending on how late war you want to take it, the M36 tank hunters were only entered the field around October 1944, so basically ready for the bulge. But until then, it was them. I personally am going to use this, or try and build it as generically as possible, so I can use it both for like the Italian campaigns, Normandy, the bulge, and then the assault on Germany. So then I'll have to put these tanks together as best I can, because I can't, for example, put the M36s on turrets on if I'm going to use it for Normandy, for example. But everything else, kind of works. So yeah, I want to try and make it as generic as possible. And the US uniforms didn't really change unless you're doing airborne or a specific unit like the Marines for the Pacific. But the normal infantry, and this will be an armored battalion, I am going to be modeling it off the 2nd Armored Division. So yeah, let's dive into it, guys. But first, I'll just quickly flip the box around to give you an idea of the army layout. I will be back in 2 seconds, guys. And we're back. There we go. So those of you who do play Flames of War will understand these sections and how it's split and grouped. I personally, guys, use these models for bolt action. I actually am a firm believer bolt action is better in 15mm than it is in 28. You can have much more larger scale battles, and the ranges of the weapons make sense, and just it looks more epic on a table, in my opinion. So those of you who haven't tried it, please do try bolt action in 15mm. Highly recommended. Been playing it for a while. In fact, my historical group that I'm part of, a lot of our games, apart from the Napoleonics and any other medieval period or historical period, we actually stick to World War II and 15mm. I was big into 28mm for a while, and then I don't know, it got to a point where on one hand you're paying quite a lot for one vehicle or one set of minis. Still, it's a lot more reasonable than I'm not slandering Warhammer, because they have some of the best sculpts in the world in terms of model design, but as opposed to a box of 10 models for a certain amount of money, as opposed to a box of 33 miniatures for a different price, if you catch what I'm going, where I'm going there. But for this, I mean, it's a full-on battle set in a sense, and in bolt action, like I said, the rules just make a lot more sense. So, not slanting anything, guys, just it's my opinion. Hit me down in the comments down below if you disagree or agree. I'm open to criticism. So yeah, box contains M4 Shermans, 8 of them, Stuart tanks, 3 of them, 1 rifle company HQ, 1 of them, 2 rifle platoons, 2 M10 tank destroyers, 1 M8 Greyhound, 2 jeeps, and 4 105mm howitzers, 10 unit cards, and then of course your 2 objective markers, 20 sided 20 times second armored division themed dice, which I have looked at already. They're pretty cool, including the tokens, objective markers, and decals. And then your unit cards. So let's dive into it, shall we, guys? So this is all the plastic. Again, excuse the mess, guys. My desk is very full at the moment. Ignore the pile of shame over there. So yeah, it is rather a lot. This is going to keep me busy. These are really nice winter projects. I am planning on getting the Pacific, the Imperial Japanese Army deal when it comes out. So more to the list. So yeah, dice, not bad at all, but yellow, but why not? These are really cool. I know you use these in Flames of War. I've started using them in bolt action as well, for like the pin markers and that type of thing. They are rather fun. I did get the 82nd Airborne tin as well, with those markers. So yeah, here are the sprues for your sorry, I'm looking at these upside down. These are your Stuart tanks, and again, they give you the different variants. There's a few turrets there. There's the smaller early version turret, so you can, the only difference is your upper hull. That's, I believe, is quite standard on these sprues. So yeah, you can still go wild, do what you want with those. 3 of them there. The one I'm really excited about putting together is the Greyhound. I see they give you the 2 variants, the one for the open-topped 50 cal position for the Scout, and then the normal M8 Greyhound with the light anti-tank weapon on it. It's a pity they couldn't have given you enough to build the 2, in my opinion, because unless you're very good with magnetizing, or you're going to keep the model sort of semi-loose with the top section off, then this, if you're only going to do this variant, this is going to be a spare for when you get another set of wheels, unless you 3D print them. But anyway, looking forward to doing that. Obviously, unit cards, decals, and there's a slip in here I haven't looked at just yet. Not going to go into too much detail there. Those are all your bases. In here is the crew for the artillery pieces, the older molds and the new ones. And then there's your 2 objective markers, which I'll dig out at the end. These are pretty cool. These are your American tank crew sprues with your HQ sprues on there. There's your 3 76 M76 Sherman's turrets and upper hulls. Here is the huge pile of M4 Sherman chassis and bits. So it's going to be a lot of fun. there's your M10 tank destroyer with the 2 turret variations for the normal M10 and then your Jackson. I personally am going to try and, if I can, I'm going to actually build both turrets and just keep them off. I was tempted to do the Jackson tank hunters, but this is going to bounce between mid-war and late war. Over here is your 4, don't know if you can see that clearly, is your 105mm. I am sending 2 of these to my 15mm Flames of War Vietnam army though. I know they're not the proper weapons to use, but they did use them. So yeah, that's that. And then the other one of my favorites which attracted me to the set was the Jeeps. You also get a bit of 2 front section variations there. And then yeah, and then a whole lot of weapon options, and they even give you the Vickers in case you're going to do SAS Jeeps, I would assume. And now the plastic. Pretty surprising. When I bought the Vietnam kits, they came with metal minis. These are the plastic ones. Sorry guys, it's not the best unboxing, I'm not going to lie. I am using this with my phone, but very nice sculpts. They came out quite nice, so those are going to be fun to put together. Let me dig out the 2 objective markers and I'll see you right back, guys. And we're back. These are going to be really fun to paint. They're going to need some cleaning though. So yeah, poor old knocked out Stuart tank has had his turret lobbed off with a few corpses there and a destroyed tree. So that's pretty fun. I enjoy actually on the side when you get individual models making stuff like this, little fun little bases for a HQ unit or a mortar team or that type of thing. But these are really fun. And then your crashed Kugelwachen into a tree. So yeah, all in all guys, not a bad haul. I do have my pros and cons about this set. Pros being, I always find box sets and army deals, because if I had to get this stuff individually, it would probably cost more. I'm not all about cost. I love doing this hobby properly, but all in all, if you're also getting started into this game or want to bolster your current forces, this is a fantastic way. And this second Armored Division box set is one of the better ones I've seen in a while, other than most. I would love to get the 82nd one and the 6th Airborne one for the Brits. I haven't looked too much into the bulge yet because as a terrain enthusiast, I would have to have a winter table. I couldn't do this. I have seen some quick-made games where you're playing with winter units on these sort of summery woodland-looking tables. I personally can't do that. It must be theme period accurate. So yeah, all in all, lovely box set. It's a great way to start. My only problem I have with this is effectively an armored division, but what I'm not seeing here, guys, is half tracks. You've got plenty of armor, a little bit of a cavalry recon patrol, great, tank destroyers, supports, but no transport unless you're going to do tank riders, for example. But in bolt action, doing tank riders is not a good idea in the game because, well, when they start getting shot at, it's not a good idea. So yeah, you correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Those of you that have owned this box set, let me know down in the comments down below. But before I end it off, that's all I'm going to say is it doesn't come with any half tracks. They could have taken out 3 of the Shermans. As you can see, there's quite a lot. You know, they could have removed 3 and put in 3 half tracks, or even deuce and a half soft tops. You know, I know they're not kind of ideal, but they add to the flair as well. A bit like that adds a lovely flair to the set. But anyway, thanks guys for tuning in. Sorry it was such a mismatch of an unboxing, but as I said, limited a bit on space, and but I'm getting there. So yeah, the next update will probably be the final video of my Hill 400 terrain piece. It's nearly there, just a few more details, and then the next video will possibly very much be on the finished painting of this lot, which will take some time. But other than that, guys, thanks as always for subscribing and liking the videos. Again, they're plain old. This is what you see. What you see is what you get. Other than that, tune in to the channel and help me reach my first goal of 500 subs. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And one more time, guys, please check them out if you're based in SA. I definitely recommend. Other than that, cheers, guys. See you in the next video.